front of that.
Okay, now we're going up to where the guardsman opened fire, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And, okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
It's really interesting
like
once you're standing in the same spot.
Yeah, you kind of get the, because I've seen all those pictures, you know.
Right.
It's like, wow, another grassy knoll.
And that building right there, that wasn't here at the time.
Okay.
That was built a couple years later.
Oh,
there was
yeah.
a whole separate issue on that because you know, they built over, that was where the practice football field was at the time of the shooting.
Uh-huh.
So, as you can imagine, and the families were upset when they were going to build over part of the site.
Yeah, because they'd be preserved, you know.
Right. So, the guardsmen were in this area, and like they said in the video, they first kneeled down at a couple protesters in the practice field. They just kneeled down and pointed. And then they got up and they turned, and that's when they thought that the guardsmen were leaving because they started to walk.
Yeah.
And then they turned back around, knelt down, and then into the parking lot. So we have, you see those like black posts? There's 4 sets.
Yeah, I did see those.
Yeah, those are, we have
that's
4
where the 4
sets
people
of
died.
Right.
Yeah, I remember reading about that. Yeah.
Spots, so. And then I'll show you, we actually have a place where there's a bullet hole.
Okay, yeah, that'd be, okay. So this is where it all happened.
Yeah, the closest student that was shot, that was injured, was right over here.
Oh, man.
So, and the farthest one away, you see that where that red car is across the street?
Yeah.
You see that blue sign in front of it?
Yes.
He was only about 10 yards in front of that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
yeah.
and he was just injured as well. But yeah, that was the closest and the farthest students.
Oh, okay.
And
wow.
that's Tri-Towers over there. That's where, I was telling you, my grandma worked. That's where they found a bullet hole on the 6th floor.
Oh, and that one straight across? Or the,
I believe it was the one to the...
In the middle there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
Oh, wow.
So, this sculpture was actually here in 1967 by a local artist, Don Drum. And it got hit in the shootings.
Oh, wow.
There's a hole.
No, wow.
And the university, right after the shooting, wanted him to fix it, and he said no. He goes,
that was, so the bullet did that then.
Yep.
I'll be down. It's kind of weird because you can see, you can tell it kind of came from this angle. As it looks, because I mean it's like straight that way, or maybe I don't know.
A lot of people argued right after this happened because it looks like it's, but they test fired a weapon just like that on the same type of material, and they proved that the bullet actually came from this way because their tests, their comparison tests.
That is wicked. Oh man, that is. There's a bullet. I'm gonna get some pictures of that here in a minute too.
And that also helped dispel this theory because for a while there was a conspiracy that there was a sniper on the
Oh yeah.
So, you know,
yeah, because
they're on the other side of the
yeah. They probably wouldn't have allowed them to get up there unless there was somebody secret. That is weird.
But,
oh, be dang.
Yeah, and then that, you know that famous picture, Jeffrey Miller's on the ground? That happened right there.
Yeah. So, in fact, when I first got here, I noticed that, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I'm trying to get like the same perspective, you know.
That lady that was kneeling over, Marion Vecchio, she actually just met John Philo, the photographer, a couple years ago.
I read that online. Yeah. I was reading all that before coming up here. I was like, "Oh my God!" So let's see if there's anything else to. Yeah, that's crazy.
So you said you already checked out the markers then?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do it again though, because I'm gonna take it out. Yeah, that's kind of interesting there. Yeah, that is wicked there. But yeah, it's the same time of year though. That happened early. It's like May.
And the crazy thing is that from like what Jerry told, like me and the other workers.
Yeah.
It was May 4th, 1970. It was like this. It was sunny out, but there was a breeze. It wasn't like hot out.
Yeah.
It wasn't, you know. So that's whenever a day like today happens around that time, it just kind of puts you there. Then. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's part of the reason too why they blocked down with all the tear gas was because it was so windy that day that it was just blowing it.
Okay, yeah.
So eventually it got to the point where they're like, no one's coming in or out, you know, so the guardsmen just blocked the commons off.
Oh, wow.
The wind was just taking that tear gas.
Oh, man. Kind of like as windy as it is today, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting.
I can tell you a bit more about the markers.
Okay, yeah, that'd be fine. I'll come back up in a minute and take some pictures. And, yeah. Some stills. That is.
What we always do, you see those like rocks sitting up?
Yeah, I saw some of those on there, yeah.
That's because of a Jewish tradition. Three of the students were Jewish.
Okay.
And because they believe that if you put flowers somewhere, you know, flowers eventually die. But
that's true, yeah.
So, but yeah, what we always usually do is we have the biggest guy in like a group of FYE classes or high schoolers. We have him pick up a rock and we have him try to throw it up and hit the pagoda, because that's like where the guard was.
Oh yeah.
The guard, one of their defenses right after the shooting was, you know, we were in fear for our lives because rocks were being thrown. Well, actually they proved that when the shooting actually happened, no rocks were thrown.
Okay.
And even if there were, no, I mean, you'd have to have such a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, to be able to hit. Yeah,
there, you know? So.
Yeah, and it's all happened so fast too.
Right.
And
so yeah, but yeah, Jeffrey, he was only 2 of the kids were ever documented to have actually protested, and Jeffrey was one of them. But he never got in any kind of trouble or anything.
Yeah,
there were protests all the way up until this.
Oh yeah,
like I don't know if you saw in Gallery 1 the picture at the end, Alison Krauss, 1969 downtown. She's front and center.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were, but yeah, May 4th. You know, that the weird thing is that the guard felt the need to fire, but at the same time, you know, the 2 protesters that they did shoot were never known for getting in any kind of legal trouble.
Yeah,
never arrested.
They were just kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much Jeffrey Miller's story. He was just, you know, wrong place.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll show you where Bill's at.
Where the what?
Where Bill Schroeder.
Okay. All right. That is excellent.
His stories are crazy.
Oh my!
He was going here on ROTC scholarship.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my.
So. A lot of people, when they talk about Bill, they say they wonder if he was in his ROTC uniform, if he would have got shot.
Yeah.
Because he was just in his civilian clothes that day. But,
oh wow.
Yeah, that's where Bill was at. Which that still gets to me how, you know, because there's always a debate on whether the guardsmen were targeting certain people or not, because some guardsmen have said that, yeah, you know, we were looking for certain troublemakers or certain people, but then when you look at who died, it's like...
it's almost like random, you know? It was just like they were kind of trying to make an example or something.
Why would they shoot someone in ROTC? You
know? Yeah, that's almost,
You know?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it?
And that's the most frustrating thing about all of this still, is that even though it happened so long ago, there's so many questions that still have to be answered.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, this is Sandy, where she died at. Like I told you before, she was just walking in here to... Music and Speech is just over there.
Okay.
And she was almost there.
Oh, wow.
And then they shot.
It just came through the line of fire, as they say.
And one of the founders of the center, she actually grew up with her.
Oh my!
Yeah, she grew up with her.
Oh God!
Their families knew each other.
Oh, that's crazy!
So,
wow!
And then I'll show you Allison's.
All right. That's like one of the more famous ones, along with the Jeffrey, I think.
Yeah. What's unique about Allison's spot is that when they found her body, she had 3 bullet holes in her back.
Oh wow!
So she was actually turned away trying to...
Oh man. Golly.
Oh.
Huh. I'll be dang.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I noticed there's a musician by the name Alison Krauss. I remember hearing it's kind of like an ambiguity, or I think it may be spelled different. Yeah.
And in the video, you know that gentleman, Alan Canfora, that was speaking, and he was saying he was waving the black flag. When he got shot, you see that tree right by the handicap?
Yeah.
they call that Canfora's tree because he was behind that and his wrist was hanging out, and that's where he got shot at. Was
oh wow!
Wrist.
Oh wow!
Which, if you think about it, 46 years ago, think about how much smaller that tree was.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
Even now, I mean, it's not that thick of a tree.
Which is it? That one on the right there? That or
in between the two signs. The two.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
So that's not even that thick now. I mean, if someone was shooting at you, that'd be, you know, not the easiest place to take cover at, let alone that many years ago.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, that is crazy. Huh. That is amazing.
Check out the memorial at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna have to do that again.